Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. His name is Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. This is Loshak and The Bag show for Wednesday morning, July 11th. You are watching SBR Sports Picks, SBR Forum, SBROdds.com, SportsbookReview.com. Most important site that you can possibly know about if you're looking to play offshore. Jimmy the Bag and all our regular viewers know that the tides have turned. The tides have turned. Jimmy the Bag killing it in MLB, and I continue my hemorrhaging. Yesterday wasn't a complete disaster, and it would have been, if the Yankees had pulled out the second half win, I would have broken even, but they didn't, so I lost another couple units in MLB. Meantime, Jimmy the Bag continues his ascent in MLB at a killer day yesterday. I'm looking at, what am I, 6-1 here, 6-1 for Jimmy the Bag. Still double digits negative, but 10.4 units, Jimmy the Bag. Just chopping units off of that negative record, Jim. Nice job. You had a great read on the games yesterday. Unreal.
Thanks, man. Yeah, a lot of the leans were also hit with a hit that I stayed off of. But, being down this amount, no time to congratulate myself. We're moving. I wanted to be single digits by the time we got into Saturday, and that can go away very quickly. So
Unreal. Yes, Sean Robertson says, why does Pete seem like he's on 3 Percocets right now? Do I seem like I'm on 3 Percocets?
No, but I think that, when you were climbing, I get it, you get more excited. And
Takes the enthusiasm out of you.
It does a little bit. This is a battle. It's a battle that you, on the long run, are doing excellent, and I'm in the long run not doing as well. So
I did hit a WNBA play yesterday. Are Percocets any good?
No idea. I have an addicted personality, so I've stayed away from perks.
I mean, maybe if I seem like I'm on them, I may as well be on them if they're any good, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to everyone who had Toronto yesterday, which was, who was it? Did you say Drew Martin loved it too?
Drew Martin,
Von Polo, Kobe Valentine, everyone. And that's a bad sign because I didn't see what they were seeing after they told me what they were, that they liked it. I was initially leaning Atlanta, which kind of confirms my my sense that I'm just off of my reads on MLB. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, my reads on MLB suddenly kind of went sideways, and I'm not exactly sure why or what's going on. But some people definitely saw it. 3 notable ones: Drew Martin, Kobe Valentine, and Von Polo. Shout out to all you guys for nailing it. Wow.
Yeah, shout out to Taco Yaki. Says, my favorite morning show. Thank you for joining us. A couple of our guys whom we love came very close to huge scores. Big Tone lost a 6-game parlay with just a heartbreak with that 2-run homer that went off top of the bullpen. Also, my man Yanks guy missed a 40-1 parlay with that 9th inning comeback by the Astros, which was difficult to watch, but we are seeing the chat is doing excellently. Yeah. And I believe in us.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to some comments, and
we have that one game going off in 4 minutes.
We'll have some back and forths after we talk quickly about Tampa Bay and Detroit, which goes off in 4 minutes. I don't know, anything that I'm not really confident about right now, I'm gonna pass on. Obviously, Zimmerman has been doing great. How long will that last? Not exactly sure. Tampa Bay going with another bullpen day today. My sense would be under on this one, but I'm definitely not gonna make that one an official play. You want to give official pick here? Wood against Zimmerman, Detroit, Tampa Bay, Jim?
The market's completely on to what's happening here. Zimmerman is pitching great. Preparing an offense for these Tampa Bay bullpen days is very difficult. Tampa Bay's won 4 straight. I was a little upset, actually. I mean, yesterday was a great day, but the Rays were a very simple spot with Boyd pitching so bad. And I was upset I didn't take him. But Tigers have lost 17 of 21. Zimmerman allowed 2 earned runs in 15 innings. We talked about his slider being in play, the way he's talking about himself with such confidence. Yes, I would lean to the under, but it's very low. And I would lean to the Tigers team total under, but that's very low. And I can't trust the Tigers bullpen, so I guess maybe you could take the Tigers first 5 under. All it said, it's clear that everybody knows what's going on here. And Wood looks dangerous. AAA Durham, 0.86 whip, 63 Ks in 42 innings with 10 walks. This is a kid, 24-year-old who was picked in the 29th round, who's worked his way up. Very impressive for a 29th round pick. I'm a little uncomfortable. The market just knows exactly what's going on here, so it's not like I don't see an edge big enough to take, but I would definitely lean to the under. Joel Downing saying Detroit first 5 plus a half.
How about no score in the first at minus 135? How about that? Goes off in 2 minutes. This guy Wood is, he's done well so far in a very limited sample size, but, he's definitely, there you go. Ralph Portuando likes the under. Kobe Valentine, Zimmerman pitching like his old self. I would definitely be leaning under here at 7.5. So I'll say that under and no score in the first are leans, but I'm not going to throw those on my official record, Jim. I got to be really careful right now. Under is what I'd be leaning here, Jim.
Yeah, I hear you. I just don't feel like we're ahead of anything here.
Yeah.
We know the Rays bullpen days are working very well. We also know Zimmerman's pitching very well. The market knows this. Mm-hmm. And, I'm staying off of this game.
All right, sounds good. So Jim and I are both staying off of this game. Now we can get back to the comments. And, of course, there are a bunch of WNBA games that are going. I did have a winner in WNBA, right? Nice. That was a tough card yesterday. And it turned out that my play, except for taking just Vegas on the money line, was probably the sharpest play on the card. But I came close to that. I took Vegas on the first 5 innings team total, the first half team total over, and that one did cash. The first half did not cash on the over, which we were leaning towards, but the Vegas team total over did cash. So I had I had a winner with WNBA yesterday, and Sharigan Amaretasu says over on the Tampa Bay game. Yeah, I could see that one as well. All right, so let's see. So that's it, and I guess all right. Now we can move back to the comments. Now we can chill out again, right, Jim?
Well, there's no time to chill.
No,
Lots of work to do.
There's a little time to chill. Let's get to some comments here. People talking. Yeah, I hear you. I feel you, Jim. You remember when you were on that bad run for a long time? You're just out of sorts. You're just in a foul mood. I feel you. I'm not in a. It saps your enthusiasm a little bit, doesn't it? It takes a little bit longer to get going into the swing of things.
No doubt about it. But it's easier to handle a downswing when you start that downswing up 50
That's definitely
units,
true, man. That's definitely true. Oh man.
I never got to those heights, but I'm not. I'm just going to stay focused. You can't pat yourself on the back being down 10 units over the season, but yeah. I can feel a momentum switch.
Yeah, I mean you've definitely been cashing day in and day out over the past few days, just as I made a turn here. And there are some interesting comments here. People are saying it's right before the All-Star break. Things do get a little bit funky right before the All-Star break, both for world-class handicappers and for world-class teams. You remember the Cubs went on a big losing streak a bunch of years ago, right before the All-Star break, right before when they had that great season. Yeah, so things can be a little funky before the All-Star break. Maybe I'll try to take it easy. Although the thing is that yesterday, just for some reason, I just left the low-hanging fruit. I've made my name in this game taking low-hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I've made my reputation. And yesterday, just left it on the table. It was Dylan Covey Day. Why didn't I throw on St. Louis? It was in my leans category. Easy, no-brainer call. That's the thing about low-hanging fruit. If you don't take them and they cash, it's very frustrating the next day. You know what I'm saying? And even the Boston team total overs with Gallardo, they were high. 3 minus 167 on the first 5 innings and 5.5 minus 152, both solidly in my leans category. I got spooked by the lines, but they were low-hanging fruit, and I didn't take them. If I had taken both of those and taken the St. Louis games, I would have 4 extra units. It would have been a positive day for me yesterday. I got to remember. Take the low-hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? Don't overthink yourself and be like, well, it's low-hanging fruit, but it could lose. It's not a lock, so I'm going to pass. No, you take it.
Yeah, the Covey spot was a nice spot.
Yeah.
We talked about it. We'd succeeded with them 5 days earlier.
Sure.
I went right back to the well, picked up a couple units there. Love the bot. I mentioned in the last show that I'd watched you time and time again take Boston at home.
See what's going on with me. Who am I? What's going on with me, Jimmy the Bag? The fuck is going on with me? It was Dylan Covey Day, and I left it on the table. Boston was a big home favorite, and I took Texas, and I took Texas 2 days ago, and I tripled up on it. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, it can just leave you. The spark of inspiration for handicapping, for finding edges, can just leave you, right, Jim?
I think that it's just can be paralysis by overanalysis and questioning things. I think the one thing that we do with low-hanging fruit is we say, look how simple this play is. Let's keep it simple.
Yes, definitely.
And not try to outthink ourselves. All right, well, I know you'll get right back.
Let's scan on the early comments, because the early comments are often the best ones. Ralph Portuando says, can't we get these guys an Emmy? Yes, we can. Give me a fucking Emmy. I don't know how you do that, but give me one. I deserve it. And so does Jim. Anthony L says, Pete, if you want low-hanging fruit, then take the Red Sox team total against Big Sexy. Yes, it's Bartolo Colon Day. We'll talk about that in a second. Right after that, Sosana says he's back in Cologne and the Rangers today at plus 340. Okay, let's
that
just,
line is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Let's scan these early comments. Look for handicapping comments. Anything you want to shout out, Jim, just shout it out.
Yes, I would like to illuminate not only Ralph Portwando on that Pittsburgh Washington full game over, but Joel Downing on the Washington over 4.5 team total as a no-brainer play. I think that's interesting because I'm with them. But my play is slightly different. I'm just on the first 5 over in the Nationals Pirates, and we'll get to that when the time is right.
Okay, let's see. Benjamin Creasy says Gio's been really struggling in his last few outings. That's true.
As I've been saying for weeks. And Scotty Rock loving the first 5 over 4.5. Giants, Cubs. That's been a very low-scoring series, and Scotty Rock's from the Bay Area. So is Ralph Portwando.
Yeah.
So I'd also love to hear what Ralph thinks about that game because I always love getting the insight from these guys. Also, shout out to my man Twatty Latte. Waited for 2 outs in the 9th inning for him to cash another he's now up over $7,000 taking the Reds money line, reverse run line, and team totals overs. They wait till 2 out in the 9th for them to milk that cash again. Maxwell Smart, not an idiot. Maxwell Smart seeing Twatty hit this over and over again. Maxwell Smart's been on it. Maxwell Smart had over $1,000 day yesterday.
Yeah.
It's
no, a lot of people have been doing well recently. I have no real excuse. Let's see. Let me see other comments. Looking for
Kobe Valentine says Daniel Murphy and Michael Taylor rest are doubtful today versus Pittsburgh. I hope they're not in the lineup. I'd prefer Taylor not being. I think he's the 4th best outfielder in that group. I'd prefer him not being in the lineup. And Daniel Murphy doesn't have it going on. I'm fine with him out of the lineup as well. Jim Tolbeson on the Washington money line.
A lot of people saying over on the Washington game. Yes. Joel Downing. Downing. Washington over team total 4.5. Play of the day. That certainly. It certainly feels like a low hanging fruit. And Kobe Valentine says he loves Washington money line. Seems a little low hanging with the Trevor Williams Arizona money line. We'll talk about that one.
Jim Tolbeson also Washington Pittsburgh first 5 over and full game over. And I don't think that Washington is a gimme.
No.
I feel like Trevor Williams, although he's being terrible. We'll wait till we break that game down. But I just don't think that's a gimme. I think the first 5 over is a better spot.
Kobe also likes Arizona money line, Seattle money line, and St. Louis money line. Interesting shit. Let's see what else do we have here. I'm just looking for a nice comment, for good comments. Great calls on Toronto, everyone. Let's see what else we have. Von Polo, Kobe Valentine. We're all on Toronto. Looking for other comments here. Just shout anything out that you want to. Yanks guy. Baseball is a sick sport, isn't it? It sure is, Yanks guy.
So
I even the breaks are going a little bit off my way because I thought that I had a winner with Houston -1, but then Oakland, they're just a team with some spark to them.
Oh wow,
and
that
they
comeback.
fight. Yeah, they're like a team. You get that sense of them that they are capable of a big comeback at any given time. It was a wacky day yesterday. Obviously, the Cleveland game was wacky as all get out, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what else do we have here. Comments coming in. Just looking for some comments, and then we'll get into the.
And shout out to Andy Blue 2525. He gifted us the Mets, fading the Mets. Gifted us fading the Mets, backing Philly. Broke down how their farm system's so bad. This 28-year-old has got nothing, and I was concerned, and I stayed off that game, and he won it just easily, so easily.
Yes.
There were some easy wins. He went with me on the Angels Mariners over. 3rd time in a row seeing these guys. Come on, you're going to get touched, and that I wish I doubled up on that, but shout out to Andy Blue 2520. Great asset to us.
Shout out to Andy Blue. Is he in the chat today right now?
Yes,
If I hadn't had that one, I'd be even worse day. So thank you for Andy Blue. I did wind up taking that one last minute, and that one was a winner of about a unit and a quarter. So I'm just looking for I had a tough loser.
And America has a question about his Tuesday night contender picks.
Very nice. He had one win. He had the parlay cash, but then the dog lost.
Yes.
So he broke even. No problem.
He says, "Do I get credit for that fight not going the distance?"
Which one? I don't remember that one.
I don't. Yeah, we didn't. He said, "I don't think we ended up locking that in for you, an American." That was probably my fault.
Still, nice job. You know, too. We look forward to him. He's still up 5 units. He had a winner and a winner with the dog, loser with the winner with the fade, loser with the dog. Broke even on the day. Great breakdown, Annie Marak, and we definitely look forward to everything you have to say in future cards. Sorry, Annie Marak. I'm just a little. Yeah, you understand what's going on here, right, Annie Marak? I'm a little bit sapped of my enthusiasm because I'm just concerned about. If I have a losing day, but I feel like I have a good read on a sport or anything, that's fine. But I just feel like I'm a little bit lost right right now,
I know
out of
you'll get it
nowhere,
right
out of
back.
nowhere.
And maybe
Came
they'll
out of
spark
nowhere.
you to know that Indian Cowboy has joined
shout out
us.
to Indian
Says, look
Cowboy.
at these two good-looking guys.
Oh, thank you so much, Indian
Bill
Cowboy.
Buttlicker says, Pete,
Yes.
a Guatemalan shaman once told me that to reverse any bad luck, one must shower in gasoline, have a virgin whip you from head to toe with fresh bunches of romero, dandelions, and ruta.
I do that. I was reading about. I really want to do fucking ayahuasca. I don't
I'm
care.
ready to do
I'm
ayahuasca
ready to
with you
do it.
anytime you wanna do it.
I'll need to take. Probably gonna need to take a week off on that one, but I'm ready to do that shit. And people are definitely telling me that that Percocets are great. Hell, maybe I'll try them. People saying that drugs are great. Where are these? The drugs are great, Peter. All right. I can't find those comments.
Nova Sports Network says,
Yeah.
Loshak, what are we smoking today? Zilch right now. Zilch at
Did
this
Royals
moment.
win yesterday?
Of course they did.
They did. They did win. That's
They won
right.
easily.
My
They won
fake.
easily.
Yeah.
Their offense soared.
That's right. That's right. Viewers of yesterday's show, it was a classic moment. I took a puff of a fake joint, pretending that I was getting visions from the universe about who was going to win, and it just came to me. Said, I'm going to be on KC today as a big dog, and I'll be damned, it did win. Shout out to Nova Sports Network. That was a classic little clip there, right?
Yeah.
That was a classic little clip
Absolutely.
there. Oh, brother. Oh, man. I'm just. All right, we are going to also look at second halves in the WNB, which are coming up in a few moments. All right, let's get to the MLB card today. I might wind up making all my picks in the evening show. What are you liking on today's card, Jimmy?
First off, game starting in 16 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm on the first 5 over Gonzalez versus Williams. Game time 10:79 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing sideways. Nats have won 4-6, back over 500. Gonzalez is somebody I feel I've been talking about all year as somebody I want to fade. And it hasn't always worked out, but been working out lately. Past 6 starts, his ERA's climbed from 2.27 to 3.76. Friday gave up 8 hits, walked 4. But he limited Miami to 2 runs thanks to 3 double play grounders. He seems to get out of trouble all the time, and it's uncanny. He gets the grounders when he needs them. 4-1 with a 3.88 ERA, 9 career starts against Pittsburgh. But I also don't like Trevor Williams. He's looked terrible lately. Took the loss Friday in that 17-5 game. 5 runs, 5 hits, and 2 1/3. He was 5-2 with a 2.72 ERA in his first 9 starts. Now 1-5 with a 7.02 ERA in his past 9. Washington 5.68 ERA in 2 appearances against them. I just feel like this first 5. Now I had the over in a matchup with these two teams last time. I doubled up, and their bullpens seem to take care of business. So I'm not going to do that. I'm only going to take the first 5 over 5, and I hope I can get a nice line.
It's minus 107 right now. I'm not sure. Preving says I took Pittsburgh money line, Kobe. Jay Sandercock loves the Nats today. And I guess if I weren't in such a funk right now, I would be thinking that both first 5 inning team total overs would be great. Is there any reason why we don't expect Williams to have to have an off start here? Let me check the lineups.
The only reason why is just because Trevor Williams always says the right thing. He's pissed off. He's angry that he's getting his butt kicked every 5 days. He's saying all the things that you would want to hear from a guy in a slump. So I like his character. I like who he is. But I think both these pitchers are vulnerable. And I'm liking this first 5 over 5.
Is anyone out for Washington? I'm seeing Eaton, Soto, Rendon, Harper, Adams, Turner, Defoe.
Yeah,
Leaders.
just the Murphy and Taylor.
And that's okay?
I'm fine. Well, I mean, Murphy did have an okay day yesterday. I still don't feel like he's back, especially with a day game after a night game. So I'm very comfortable with their lineup.
And Gio Gonzalez, he looks okay too?
No,
I mean, Pittsburgh looks okay to hit Gio Gonzalez?
I think so. I mean, they hit 251 with a 733 OPS versus lefties this year. Let's see what Kobe has to say. Pitt 8-15 versus lefties this year. I think the under is the better call. Pitt bad versus lefties. I wouldn't say their win-loss record is bad versus lefties, but they're hitting over 250, which probably puts them in the top 10 in the league in batting average. Against lefties. Kobe Valentine says the Washington Nationals are 4-1 their last 5 games against the Pirates. 5-1 Gonzalez' last 6 starts in the 3rd game of a series. I don't care much about that. 23-8 in Gonzalez' last 31 Wednesday starts. I mean, those are interesting stats, I guess, but I don't put any faith in them other than the 4-1 last 5 games against the Pirates.
All right, and how about anyone like? So people are liking Pittsburgh today, Preving, but more people are liking Washington. Is that what's going on here?
Yes, there are certainly more people liking Washington. just reading the chat.
Jay the Cool McGamer says, Native Queen, are you in the house? No, Jay the Cool McGamer, Native Queen is on a well-deserved vacation.
No, she's sort of around. No, I don't know if she's here watching the show, but she did tweet out some. She tweeted out some pics this morning that are all hitting.
Very nice. All right, let me just think about Freddie Richards says Pitt bullpen sucks. That's what I was about to say. I was about to take Washington in the second half. I did have a winner with them a few days ago. I'm going to take Washington second half minus 140. And as far as the first 5-inning team totals, I'm just a little bit nervous about both of these. I feel like Williams might have a decent game. I feel like Gonzalez might have a decent start.
Then I hear you.
You don't know what to tell me, Jim. I know.
Well, I know that the morning games tend to sometimes have less offense than night games. Sure, I hear that, but I think both these pitchers are vulnerable, and I'm comfortable.
All right, let me think about it, and why don't we move on? What else are you liking here, Jim?
Just like my man Big Tone, who says, book this Twins run line today, low-hanging fruit of the day. Lynn pitches well versus bad teams at home, and after that beating they got from KC yesterday, the Twins will be hungry to win today. I agree completely. What's Birch Smith going to give us? I did get a good look at his eyes. I thought maybe we'd have another candidate for a fade, but his eyes are pretty normal. But I think Lance Lynn can have a nice start here. Game time temp 85 Fahrenheit, wind blowing in but sideways. Chance of thunderstorms in the later stages of the game. Twins had their 5-game winning streak snap. Royals had dropped 10 in a row. Now, the Royals, last time they had a 2-game winning streak was against these Twins, May 29th, 30th. Birch Smith, though, 2 career appearances against the Twins as a reliever, gave up 5 hits, 3 walks, 7 runs. I just don't trust this guy. I think this is a Royals situation. When I heard Ned talk about Birch Smith, he was saying that he gets ready. It takes him so long to stretch. That he gets annoyed with them in the bullpen because it takes him so long to get loose. That's why he's better fit to start.
Why would that be? That's pretty wacky. In the meantime, there is a WNBA second half that's coming up, so I'm going to look at that here right now. Jim, keep talking. Keep talking.
So
Go
Lynn,
ahead.
I do. Are Giants hiding Cueto? Says so Santa. Very interesting. We'll get to that. Smith's made 2 career appearances. Oh, I just said that. So Lynn, 6-7, 5.21 ERA. He had a terrible start. Obviously, very angry about the negotiations turning down the 1-year deal offer that the Cardinals offered him at 17.2 or whatever, ending up taking just a 12 on a 1-year contract. Had a terrible start, and now he's gone 5-3 with a 3.49 ERA in his last 9 starts, 2.83 ERA in 5 June starts. Tagged for 7 runs, failed to get out of the second inning. First July start, bounced back nicely against a weak-hitting Orioles team. Does have a 5.04 ERA in 5 career starts against the Royals, but the Royals are hitting 246, 64 OPS versus righties. I do agree. I think Birch Smith gets touched. Now, I just don't trust this Twins offense enough to take the team total over. It's pretty high, but I am going to take the Twins minus 1.5.
The Twins minus 1.5. All right, we'll give you that one. Twins minus 1.5 will be minus 111. That's at Pinnacle. Jim's going to take Minnesota on the run line minus 111. Okay. All right, Minnesota minus 111. In the meantime, I'm thinking about the second half under in the Atlanta and Mystics game. That's about 84.5 or maybe 85. Let me see where this one is going. 85.5. All right. Okay. First half didn't have any defense at all. Now I'm thinking we're going to see some defense here, and I am thinking about the second half under here. Let me just see how much this line is going to move, and I'm going to make my bet here. All right, I'll make that one an official pick. Atlanta Dream, Washington Mystics, second half under 85.5 minus 110. That's the current line at Heritage. Let me just make a bet on this play right now. Under 85.5, risk amount $2.80. Continue. Here we go. To win $2.54. Confirm bet. Bam! Done. Beautiful. Second half play. Full unit. Atlanta, Washington. Under 85.5. For those who are first-time viewers, yes, my unit size is $2.80, which is why I wasn't able to afford a new computer when I was up 50 units in MLB. All right, Jim. What else do you got?
This guy says Lance Lynn 8 ERA in 5 day games this season. I'm not concerned. I clearly, if that was something that he had throughout his whole career, that'd be concerning. I think he's going to be just fine. Raul Portwando says Twins run line, definitely low-hanging fruit. Jared Schrader says I'm also on Twins minus 1.5, and I feel good about it. Okay, sounds good. Now I'm looking at other people are saying Washington minus 8 or 7.5 is a good play. I'm not so sure about that one. That's a little bit iffy, but I hope you guys cash. I'm just taking under 85.5 minus 110 in the other game on the halftime
time is about to come up. All right, what else would you like to hit us up with, Jim?
Well, those are the two plays I knew I wanted to lock in. I broke down this whole card, except I should do a little bit more work on the last two games out in LA, in California. But why don't we just go down in order? Next up, Mike Montgomery versus Johnny Cueto, Cubs, Giants. Game time, 1065 Fahrenheit, wind blowing out at 10 miles per hour, but it doesn't matter in San Francisco. Montgomery, 3-3, 3.68 ERA, 1.24 whip. Never beaten the Giants, but 3.78 ERA in 4 games, being a very low-scoring series. Montgomery's given up 10 runs in his last 3 outings. Is he about to get to regress back to the reason why he wasn't in the starting rotation to begin with? Cueto, 3-1, 1.95 ERA, 0.92 whip. That number increased with that bad start where he got touched in the first inning, but then held them to get through 5. He, speaking of Lance Lynn, he has been much better in day games during his career than night games. Daytime ERA 2.76, nighttime ERA 3.63. Cubs 267, 776 OPS versus righties. Giants having a tough time with lefties. 235 batting average, just a 678 OPS. King U about business says Montgomery's been very good on the road. Very interesting. I don't know exactly what to do. Jared Trader says lean Giants money line, but no official play. I'm hesitant to make a play on this as well. Tomar says, I like the back pitcher, second start off the DL. If they struggle in their first start, we saw Hellickson pitch well last night, and that's why I think Cueto is better here. I lean San Francisco. That's a very good point. Very good point. But Red Girl says, I'm scared of this game, but I think Cueto gets touched again. Yeah,
I'm going to pass on this one. There was no overnight line, and I'm not sure what to expect from Cueto here. And again, San Francisco has been oddly awesome at home, a second half and even on their full game spreads. The line has also taken about a 12-cent move in San Francisco's favor. They opened as a small home dog. Now they're a small home fave. So I'm gonna pass on this one. I'd probably tend to trust the line move here and lean Giants even at minus 110 or whatever. But I'm gonna pass on that one. All right, Jim. Why don't you hit us up with another game that you're liking here, Jim?
Well, why don't we talk about Big Sexy versus Chris Sale? Huge favorite in the works here. Game time, 73 Fahrenheit, wind blowing in at 8 miles per hour. It goes down to just nothing, pretty much nothing by the end of the game. Red Sox won 8 straight, 13-15, scored 63 runs during their 8-game winning streak. Rangers are 2-4 on their 10-game road trip. Cologne has a nice ERA against the Red Sox career, and also at Fenway, 7-6, 3.74 ERA. Sale looks absolutely dominant right now, absolutely dominant. 4-1 record with a 1.10 ERA in his last 6 starts. Batters batting 148 against him. 6-2 with a 3.12 ERA and 13 career starts against the Rangers. Look at the Shields is 4-9 against them. Beltre 5 for 16. But Chirinos 0 for 8. Austin Jackson 2 for 37. Sin-Soo Choo 2 for 26. Andrews 2 for 25. Gallo 1 for 9. Rua 2 for 9. I don't like the situation. Let's see. Kobe Valentine says faves of minus 300 plus this year are 13-6 straight up and 9-10 against the spread.
I hear you. Oh shit, Alejandro Cifuentes.
Nice.
Says Loshak sucks. Don't listen to him. Oh shit. Shit. You want to take this outside? Catch me outside. How about that, Alejandro Cifuentes? Catch me outside, bitch. That's why I called you, bitch. Let's throw up this record. Let's throw this MLB record there. Take a look at this, Alejandro Cifuentes. If you got the MLB record, I'm not saying I don't suck. I'm saying my MLB record is a nice thing to look at. Johan, you got the MLB record up? You got the MLB record that we can throw up? This one is specially dedicated to where is it? Where is that guy's name? Alejandro Cifuentes. Alejandro Cifuentes, take a look at that. I'm not saying I don't suck. I am saying I'm up 27 units in MLB, bitch. That's right, I called you bitch. All right, let's go. Move on. Jimmy the Bag. Sorry. Was that a nice little was that a waste of time?
No, that was the highlight of the show so far.
Excellent.
That was the highlight of the show so far.
Awesome.
Cologne for Sale. I don't like it. I don't like such a huge Giant favorite. Do you have any action on this? Is there a move that
Cologne and Sale? I mean, look what happened yesterday. I mean, Cologne is no, but seriously, Alejandro Cifuentes. I wound up putting another $1.60 on that second half under in the WNBA. I do like that one. Alejandro Cifuentes. Just trust me on this one. Second half under 85.5 in the WNBA game that is going on right now. Trust me.
Oh wow! Okay. And Vitalis, my man Vitalis says, can you please tell Pete thank you for the win? Detroit Tampa no score first inning minus 135.
See, there you go, because he knows my leans. Anytime I'm like thinking that I like something and don't have the balls to give it, that's probably a strong play. Shout out to Vitalis. Yes, absolutely. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I mean, look.
Noah Lastark also tailed that first inning no score.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. All right, shout out to everyone. I don't get a credit for that one, but that's all right. Let me see. Yeah, I'm thinking that, once again, this is just like the friggin' Dylan Covey play. If Big Sexy comes in and holds him to 2 runs or less, will I be okay with a loss? Yeah. If he comes in and gives up more than 3 runs and I don't bet it, and I don't give it as a play, I'll be super pissed at myself, so I have to, right? The team total is 3 on the first 5 innings. I mean, he's been okay recently, but it just feels like he's going to get hit. You know what I'm saying?
It just feels like, that it's a ticking time bomb. Teddy B says, Loshak, Jim, show me love. Red Sox run line. I also gave you the Blue Jays. Teddy B was also on the Blue Jays.
Teddy B was also on? Oh, my God. Man, see, that's a bad sign. Maybe Alejandro Cifuentes has something there because all these sharp guys were seeing Toronto, and it's not that I liked it but didn't have the balls. I didn't see it, and that's a bad sign. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if you don't have the balls.
I was concerned. I guess it's this goddamn recency bias that rears its ugly head. I was very, very disappointed. One of my lowest nights when Stroman couldn't handle that weak Mets offense and hurt, man.
No, Alejandro Cifuentes says, do you live off those 27 units? Obviously not. My bet size is $2.80, Alejandro Cifuentes. So obviously he can't live off that. But it's something to be proud of. You feel me? And we're going to try to get one more unit by taking the Boston first 5 innings team total over 3. I have to do it. If it cashes, I'm not going to be able to forgive myself. First 5 innings team total over 3 minus 106. I don't know if you should tail this one, Alejandro Cifuentes. Do tail, please, the second half under in the WNBA game. But I'm going to add this one over 3 minus 106. First 5 team total over for Boston. A fade of Big Sexy, and that's that. What do you want to do, Jim?
Your reply to Alejandro was so glorious. Now people are going to come at you just to get more replies like that. That's how incredibly special it was.
That's okay.
You lifted up this show.
Yeah. Zigzag Man says, why they hate Alejandro Cifuentes? Just wondering. Here's my guess. Sure. My guess is Alejandro Cifuentes started watching the show exactly 4 days ago, and in that case, it's no mystery why someone would say, "Don't listen to Pete. He sucks." Because I am down 24 units in MLB, and that is no joke. Over the last 4 days. That would be my guess.
Rob Wanda wants me to jump on this Red Sox run line. It just doesn't make sense really to me at this point. Can I see what is the what would you get for the Red Sox a minus 1.5?
Probably not that bad. Minus 180. Minus 180. Let me see. What would that be? Boston. No. Minus 165. Minus 165. Yeah. Minus 165.
Yeah.
Although you got to shop around. You wager minus 190, other places minus 175. So on the periphery, a lot of times is where line shopping can be most beneficial.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable with that spot. So I'm going to stay off of it. But what about this Yankees Orioles? Do you mind if we?
Well, let me just ask you one other thing. In the meantime, Chris Sale has been absolutely friggin' lights out recently, as we know. What about how I like to take team total unders at 1.5s on the first 5s with a lights out pitcher? Texas has some bats, but what about team total under 1.5 first 5 innings with Boston? What about that?
I can understand the play. I don't like them. Now he's pitching the way he's pitching right now. It is warranted, so I can understand it. But it's not. It's a risky spot. Now the wind is blowing in, a little bit.
Here was another note that I wrote, which is Sale has been awesome, but he's getting, a lot of strikeouts, high pitch counts, and I was thinking that Texas, I have that as my note, maybe Texas on the second half if the line is high enough, and it's plus 190 on the second half. So I'm going to throw that one on there. Texas second half plus 190. Again, I might be getting sucked in by the line. If it was 140 or 150, I might have a second thought. But at plus 190, I'm going to take a shot with Texas on the second half. Of course, Sale can throw complete game shutouts, but recently he's only been throwing 6 innings. And if Big Sexy does get crushed and Boston's way up after 5, they might pull Sale early. So I'm taking Texas second half plus 190.
Wow, I like it. That's exciting.
All right.
Shadow says use some of Pete's leans and some of Jim's picks with my own to cash 17 parlay. Says best bloody show ever. And then Q Peso says the entire world and their mama is on Boston except me and
Nostratota. I mean, it is the most obvious public play in the world, Q Peso. I mean, they don't make them more obvious and public plays than this one, except for who is that guy who used to pitch for the Royals who was like the most obvious? I can't even remember. Anyway, no, like about 4 or 5 years ago. Anyway, it's the most obvious public play in the world. I'm going to take Texas second half. I don't have the balls to take them on the alternative run line, although it'll be interesting just to see what that is. And why don't we keep a brisk pace here, Jim?
Yankees, Orioles, Sonny Gravers, Dylan
Okay.
Bundy. I'm interested in this game. Game time, 87 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing in, but not too strong. Starts at 9. Baltimore has taken 2 of the first 3 games of this matchup. Orioles are 5-4 this year against the Yankees. Most wins they post against any team in 2018. Gray is not looking good, but that doesn't tell me to automatically fade them. 5-7, 5.85 ERA, 1.57 WHIP. Lost his last 3 starts. Could not last longer than 2 1/3 in 2 of those. Gray 4-4, 4.64 ERA against the Orioles in his career. What is Bundy going to give us? Second start since coming off the DL. We already had Tomor explain that he likes backing pitchers on their second start after the DL when we were talking about Johnny Cueto. And I understand. I understand why. He got lit up last week. Minnesota hit him for 3 1/3, 9 hits, 5 earned runs. He's a bad record overall against the Yankees, 2-3, 5.34 ERA. Orioles hitting 225, 675 OPS versus righties. Yankees 249, 773 OPS versus righties.
Okay, yeah, this Yankees game, I was thinking once again, I don't know, I guess I was thinking Yankees second half once again, although I got severely burned on that one yesterday. Probably shouldn't have taken a minus 190 on a second half line against anyone. This one is a lot more modest, 147. Heritage will probably have 145 here. Yeah, Yankees minus 145. Feels like Gray is vulnerable again, doesn't it?
I don't know.
No?
It's not that I just, I'm confused. I'm very confused. I've watched a couple of his starts, and it looks like he has okay stuff. He's still getting it up to 95. I don't really understand why he's throwing so bad. Tomor says, Kobe, they won't send Gray down. They have no one to replace him. Not right now, I guess, because Sessa is up, but Sessa would be the guy. It's tough. Hail to the Victor says, over, Yanks O's. Yanks guy says, Orioles team total over.
I'm taking Yankees on the second half once again, minus 145. I did probably make a mistake taking them at minus 190 yesterday, although after the game was tied after 5, I thought I was in the right spot. But Baltimore, I think, is still a fadeable team, right? Antoine Seymour likes Orioles first 5, and actually, Orioles first 5 was one of my very, very borderline leans yesterday, which wound up pushing. And I was actually, it's weird how that is. If you don't give a play, if you're liking something, but you just are on borderline about it, and then you don't bet it, you're actually rooting for it to lose, which is stupid because you should root for your leans to be, winners.
To succeed,
but
yeah.
That wound up pushing, so I didn't lose anything. But Antoine Seymour likes Orioles first 5. They did get a push yesterday, and that might be worth a shot here. The only question is just the other issue is just that you're not getting a massive line with Baltimore as you were yesterday, and I'm not sure what to expect from Bundy. But yeah,
I saw Antoine Seymour on Twitter yesterday. He's going to start tweeting more action now,
nice.
which will be a lot of fun. I love the guy. Antonio Jones says, I just want to pick games that don't have me nervous as a dog shitting peach seeds.
I hear you. All right, let's see. What else do we have here going on? All right, so I've added on the Yankees second half minus 145 as an official play. Lamont Williams says fade Sonny Gray today. Not applicable, says Yankees bats are due. So maybe the over. Yeah, Hail to the Victors likes the over.
What do you see from Bundy in the start? Do you have
I don't know. It's very tricky. Obviously, his first start back was not good, but a lot of times, who was it? Tom Marino says he likes to take pitchers second start off of of the DL when they have a bad first start, and that would also be the case with Bundy here. He didn't have a good start against Minnesota, but it feels like in general when Bundy's rested, he does well. The Yankees are not an easy team to pitch to, obviously, so I'm not sure what we're going to get in. What we're going to get from Bundy.
I'm not sure what to do with that game either at this point, which is it's nice that it's one of the late games, right?
Yeah.
So we can come back to it. I wouldn't mind moving on to this Reds-Indian spot.
Right.
I've been very watching very closely and very interested, seeing my buddies Twadi Latte and Maxwell Smart cashing with this Reds team, game in and game out. Am I showing up at the party when it's last call?
For whom? For the Reds? I mean, that's the big question. The train is rolling, and you can jump on at any time. Kudos to the people who jumped on when it first left the station. In this spot, I don't know. Carrasco obviously can be lights out. It definitely feels like a train like this is probably gonna roll until a lot of times, this is just my personal experience. When you have trains that are rolling like this is just my personal experience here. I'm not saying that there's no data to back it up, just I've been doing this for a long time. It tends to roll, whether you're talking about the end of a season or up to the All-Star break, it tends to roll right up to the break except for the last day or the last day or two. But it does tend to, in my experience, it does tend to roll right up to the very end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're not quite there yet. When's the All-Star? When's the last game? Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'd probably not take it on Sunday, but probably be thinking about taking it, today, tomorrow, Friday, maybe Saturday. You know what I'm saying? That's just my experience.
Yeah, no, that's thank you for sharing with us. Game time, 75 Fahrenheit, wind blowing in, but not too hard. Last night's bullpen meltdown with 2 outs in the ninth. Indians have now lost 4 straight. Molly looks good. He's leading the NL in almost every rookie pitching category. 3.66 ERA, 1.39 WHIP. His last start came Friday. Looked very good against the Cubs. Pitched 6 2/3, allowed just 1 run, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. That's a tough lineup. Not lost since May 20th in 8 starts. His last 8 starts, 4-0 with a 2.62 ERA. Impressive. Carrasco, 9-5, 4.28 ERA, 1.18 WHIP. Carrasco beat Oakland 10-4 last Friday, 5 1/3, 3 runs, 7 hits, 7 strikeouts. He does not look great. 5 appearances against the Reds. He's 2-0 with a 4.45 ERA. This Reds offense, the numbers keep improving. They're now 255 with a 733 OPS versus righties. Indians are 248 with a 756 OPS versus righties. Scotty Raw Forever says Reds lineup is pretty dope. Underrated. Not applicable says Reds money line. Says Cincinnati is tempting.
I mean, you were the one who called the Reds as a good team way early in the season, and I jumped on that train and I stacked a bunch of units, and then I just forgot about it. I need you to remind me of this stuff, Jim. I need you to.
Well, I haven't been hitting them enough either.
Yeah, you
Twatty Latte says the fact is their lineup is absolutely sick.
Yeah. Shout out to Twate Latte. Wow, very impressive. Just been doing it. Found an angle and betting it game in and game out.
Simplified everything. Only Coors Field fade.
Yeah.
And it's shout out to the Coors Field fade.
I've said that many times on these shows, and I'll say it again. A lot of times, if you can identify an angle that you have reason to believe is going to be profitable over a span of games or over a span of a whole season, it can be one of the best things you can do to just bet into that trend over the whole year, so you don't risk overthinking yourself in any individual situation, so you don't miss some of the ups and downs. Just bet it and if you're right, you will cash, and you don't have to do any more thinking about it. And that certainly has been the case with Cincinnati recently.
Kingu about business. Red second half. Antoine Seymour. Cincy is a great dog today. It's interesting. Very little Cleveland. Antoine Seymour says Cleveland first 5 Reds game.
Yeah, I mean, Cincinnati on the second half is what I was thinking because we don't know what we're going to get.
Jordan, fade Cleveland until further notice.
Yeah. I mean, And Carrasco, what are we gonna get from him? What is it? Let me check my notes on Carrasco.
Tomor says I think Carrasco will be better, but I don't trust Cleveland Penn. Swiatek says I'm back on the over. Progressive Field is an over part. Cookie hasn't looked right, and Reds smash.
Yeah. I have in my notes here seeing a good short start from Carrasco. Molly may be getting hit, and Cincinnati -1 as huge dog might be an okay play, and second half over might be good as well, and Cincinnati on the second half at +120. I mean, are these guys going to keep doing it? I think they probably will. All right, I'll take it. I'll take Cincinnati on the second half at +120. That's an underdog line there. Cincinnati on the second half +120. Again, statistically, I don't have the Indians bullpen rated as poorly as everyone seems to be feeling about them right now. But obviously, last game was just a classic implosion. Again, though, statistically, I just don't have the Indians bullpen as rated that bad right now over the last month or so. But
we have a new commenter. Demons are real.
Okay.
And he says, "Demons tell me Yank 6, Baltimore 2."
Okay. The Yanks 6, Baltimore 2.
Don't be scared.
I'm not scared. I have the Yankees on the second half, so hopefully some of those runs will come in on the second half there. I'm taking Cincinnati on the second half as well. I'll make some further decisions on this Cincinnati game in the evening show. It's a 7:00 start, so.
And Twatty Latte reiterating, saying, "I bet nothing but Reds and Nostra's Coors Field fade for a month."
Woo. Latte. Congratulations. And if that's true, that is an indication of discipline, which is another essential thing in sports betting. You know what I'm saying?
I know that that's true. I talk with him every day.
No, I'm saying, but I'm just saying that, right, I'm not doubting it. I'm just saying that discipline is an essential part of sports betting and everything in life, but particularly any kind of investing in sports betting. All right, Jim, what else do you want to discuss here?
Velasquez versus DeGrom.
Okay.
I feel like Velasquez I don't understand exactly. He bruised right forearm. It was a pretty sick play, threw left-handed to get the guy out. He says he's absolutely fine. DeGrom is an absolute monster right now. 1.77 ERA over his last 10 starts. I wanted to hear if you were doing any team total work, if you were going to do anything with DeGrom. He's 6-1 with a 2.74 ERA, 12 career starts against the Phillies. Although he's looked a slightly more susceptible in the last couple starts. Slightly.
I'm just wondering how deep DeGrom's going to go. If he doesn't go deep, if he goes 6 or even 7 innings, I'd definitely be liking Philly here because I give them an edge on their bullpen, and I will take that one even though I'm worried about a complete game from DeGrom. I'll take Philly on the second half at minus 115. Philly second half minus 115. I definitely give the Philly pen an edge right now over the Mets pen, and obviously their lineup I would give an edge to as well. You're still down on the Mets lineup, right, Jim?
Very much.
Very much so. All right, I'm taking Philly second half minus 115 as another play.
Melvin Morrill saying Mets, Phillies under. Robert Bala first 5 under. Anthony L, Mets first 5, Phillies first 5, and Phillies first 5 team total under. Nathan Stiff Parlor is telling us that the Crows tell him that Phillies 4, Mets 1. Are the Phillies full of value in this spot?
They could be. Yeah, it's just the question is just I think.
I don't trust Velasquez. I don't trust him when he's rolling, and I don't trust him off of a break.
I think that DeGrom's going to have a great start. Just the question is how deep is he going to go? Is he going to throw a complete game, which is possible, or is he just going to go 6 or 7? So, we'll see. I'm taking Phillies on the second half. Robert Bala's on that one as well. Brooke Jordan likes the under, and a lot of people liking the under on this one. I was thinking that way as well. The Philly first 5 innings team total under. The old team total under might be worth a shot. I'm sure that's 1.5. Let me see what that is at Pinnacle right now. Yeah, 1.5 minus 124. That might be a no-brainer play.
Sasana says Mets get it done. We'll get run support today. Very interested to see what Andy Blue 2525 has, or even Dom Ricci, these guys who know these teams so well. Big Tone says another winner today will be Mets team total under. When DeGrom pitches, it like they don't even try to give him run support.
Okay.
Colby Valentine giving us the final score. Mets 5, Phillies 2.
Okay. Jimmy the Bag. Any other? We do want to keep a little bit of a brisk pace here. What else would you like to lock in as far as a pick?
I'm not sure. I found this card difficult. I really want to just listen and hear people out and be very strict about what I put into play, and that's what I feel like has changed me around. I'm interested in this Blue Jays Brave spot. I really like Gaviglio. And going up against Fulton Avich. Fulton Avich just found out he's going to make the All-Star team for the first time. Is that going to mess with him at all? I don't know. He said he was so nervous that they read his name out last and that it meant so much to him and blah, fucking blah. Jed Lowry, 34, first All-Star game. That guy I care about. But Fulton Avich is a kid, first rounder out of Houston. Come on. Game time, 85 Fahrenheit, wind blowing up very softly. There is a chance of thunderstorms in the second half of the game. If that happens, I have to like the Braves better than the Jays because I think the Jays bullpen is trash. Gaviglio 2-2, 3.81 ERA. I like this kid. Lasted just 4 1/3 against New York Yankees in most recent outing, but just 1 earned run. Looked great in Buffalo earlier this year. Looked good last year as a rookie with Seattle and Kansas City. I like Gaviglio. Fulton Avich, though, 3 starts since his stint on the disabled list, and he's not looked quite as dominant. In combined 6 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs allowed, has still struck out 20, but he's walked 7. Is Fulton Avich vulnerable?
Yeah, I think he is. A lot of times you also see that with starting pitchers who have been on a certain train, on a certain positive train. Like I said, their last start before the All-Star break, their last start before the season ends is a lot of times a stark reversal of form from what they saw right up to that. So, yeah, I think Fulton Avich probably is a little bit vulnerable here. We do want to talk about the Arizona-Colorado game. We also have a very interesting matchup with the starting pitching matchup with St. Louis against the White Sox.
Definitely.
Weaver against Rodon. Weaver had a great start against San Francisco in his last start. Will that continue here? And Rodon continues to have control issues. Those are 2 interesting games. The Milwaukee-Miami game is always an interesting matchup when Miami is a huge underdog at home, as they are once again here. And then once again, Houston as a huge favorite, Oakland as a huge underdog, although McCullers has been absolutely dominant his last 2 starts. So I'm not sure if this is a spot where you want to take Oakland, so you have the awesomeness of McCullers going up against the very, very impressive scrappiness of Oakland recently as a huge underdog. Any of those plays you want to make?
Yes. I'm going to lock in the Coors Field fade. Now, often when the fade comes up, it's a spot that I probably wouldn't back. And this is one of them, but it does seem like there's still value here. Marquez has been so bad at home.
Yeah.
And Shelby Miller felt pretty good in his last start. Lovolo said the line score can look very deceiving. The 5 innings were very impressive in his last start.
Miller.
In Miller's last start where he went 5 1/3.
Sure.
5, that's overall, sorry. And Miller said eliminating bigger innings is probably really the only thing I need to do. Everything else stuff-wise, velocity-wise is all great.
Well, he was getting strikeouts, that's for sure. He was getting an okay ground ball, fly ball ratio. So, yeah, there were some promising signs. As I said 2 starts ago, there were some promising signs with Miller.
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah.
Now, Teddy B says, Jim Loshak, my fave play of this MLB card is Rockies D-backs over 11.5. Kobe Valentine saying Marquez shit at home and shit versus Arizona. Scotty Rock saying Miller only makes it through 5. Arizona's now beaten the Rockies 9 straight times. 94 Fahrenheit, wind blowing sideways. Miller 0-3, 9.0 ERA. This is just coming back. 3 starts, 14 innings. He had the 3 2/3 initial outing, followed by a 5 and a 5 1/3. I expect him to improve. 2-4 with a 5.94 ERA in 9 starts against the Rockies. Marquez 0-1 with a 5.00 ERA in 2 starts this season against the Diamondbacks, including this year at Chase Field, where he just allowed 1 unearned run in 5 innings. It looked good. 4.47 ERA in 9 career appearances against Arizona. But 2-5 with a 7.93 ERA, 9 starts at Coors Field.
Yeah.
He's a young kid. Is that in his head?
It could be, and I'm definitely going to take Arizona first 5 innings, team total over 2.5, -125. This is something I tipped you off to Jimmy the Bag way early in the season, didn't I? I said I like Marquez on the road, like to fade him at home, and I'm going to do it again here. First 5 innings, team total over 2.5 for Arizona, -125. We'll just start with that, and I might make some other picks on this one later, but I'm going to start with that one for sure.
Well, Scotty Rock forever said, I still think D-backs win this game, but there will be a lot of runs today. Tomar says Arizona's lineup is well built for Coors, good power. Clearly, to me, the Diamondbacks have a better lineup and a better bullpen, and that's why I made the move. Also, it doesn't hurt when I know that Noah Sturtoda and Maxwell Smart are on the Diamondbacks as they were yesterday. So, in saying all that, please, will you give me the Diamondbacks run line, and I'm going to lock it in.
All right, yeah, I'm checking Bet365 right now. Are there any
Teddy B says, if you're on the Coors Field fade today, I caution you, Jimmy, be very careful today. Listen, this is not a play about caution. I don't know why I bother capping these games. You know I'm going to make it blindly 81 times. It's up over 17 units this year, and I'm on it again today.
All right, so let's see, Bet365. Arizona, I can't disagree with this one. I'm plus 205. So Jim's going to take Arizona run line plus 205. Nice, not bad there.
I like
Jimmy the Bag plus 205, and I will I'll throw that one on there as well. Arizona -1. I'll do it on the -1 line. Let me find the best line for Arizona right now is going to be at a bunch of places plus 120, and again the alternative run line plus 205. So I'm taking Arizona first 5 innings, team total over 2.5. I'm taking Arizona -1, and Jim is taking Arizona -1.5 as expected. All right, anything else? We are keeping a brisk pace, and we do want to talk about the soccer game very quickly with the last few minutes. Anything else you want to add on here, Jim?
I am interested, just if we could quickly touch on this Weaver-Rodon start. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about Rodon. I'm pretty high on him, and I don't know if what Weaver did last week is a fair representation of what we're going to see moving forward. White Sox have lost 6 straight. Cards have won 5 of 8. Cards offense is clearly coming together. Weaver is coming off that beauty start. He only has 2 wins over his last 10 starts, but that was a great outing. I believe he was perfect into the 7th. 2 hits, 2 runs over 8 innings. Now that San Francisco Giants, that home ballpark there is a nice place to gain confidence. Rodon coming off this shoulder injury forced him to miss first 2 months of the season, produced one of his best outings last start. It was a great outing. 2 runs, 5 hits over 6 innings against the Astros. I was very impressed. And Cardinals are hitting 235, 717 OPS versus lefties. White Sox are hitting 243, 705 OPS versus righties. I was very interested to hear what you guys had to say. Red Girl says St. Louis run line. Mali Mal, Rodon might win. Tomar, I'm on the White Sox first 5 money line. I think Weaver's in a letdown spot off his great last start. I'm very interested in if you have any lean here.
No, but there is another second half play going on in WNBA, and I'm going to take the over 76.5 in Minnesota and Indiana, over 76.5 in Minnesota and Indiana, and that is going to be a second pick right here. Let me just get to it. Risk amount over 76.5, $2.80 to win $2.54. Confirmed bet. Bam! That's another play. Minnesota and Indiana over 76.5. We'll see how that one turns out. Minnesota, Indiana over 76.5 -110. That is an official play, WNBA. So that's another one, and it's looking like the second half under. And the Washington game is not looking good. We'll see. It's only in the third quarter. All right, Jim. What were you talking about there?
Rodon. Curious what you think after that nice start against the Astros. Both these starters are coming off very nice starts.
Yeah.
Weaver was a little bit nicer, but against a much easier lineup. I was very impressed. I watched Rodon pitch against the Astros. I was very impressed.
Even though he had control issues?
Yeah, I you know what? He's the guy to me who could become a very good pitcher in this league. And I am I'm waiting to see it. I've been waiting for a couple of years now to see him step up. And last year I was fading him. I was angry about all the potential that he has and not feeling like he's not using it. Kingu About Business says St. Louis first 5 under. Colby saying St. Louis won each of Weaver's last 4 starts on the road. Demons are real.
What's that?
Milwaukee 2, Miami 4.
Milwaukee 2, Miami 4.
That's the Peralta versus Straley start. Straley, I'm waiting for him to step up. Peralta, for this kid, he throws so 90, 91. That's it. I was expecting him to have a little bit more. And Kingu About Business says, I told you, Jimmy Rodon has Cy Young stuff.
Yeah, he does, but he has control issues, though. And he gives up home runs as well, at least as of right now. So, again, stuff is not nearly as important as consistency and command in the major leagues, as we know that. And that is definitely, I'm not exactly sure what to make of him going forward. All right, Jimmy the Bag.
So, Colby does agree with Demons Are Real, says do not fade Straley at home. I'm sitting here thinking that this is a card I'm going to have to hammer all afternoon. That's been working for me. I don't have do you have any play just to lead me into my study about the Bassett versus McCullers?
No, not really. I mean, obviously McCullers is not going to be as awesome as he's been in his last 2 starts in most of his appearances, but you can't deny his current form. This is a very, very tough one. I'm not sure what to make of it. Obviously the Houston bullpen is maybe in a short-term span where they're faltering, and Oakland has some life to them. Maybe if McCullers gives and McCullers generally also historically is bad third time through the lineup. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they'll pull him. I'm usually not looking to fade Houston on their second half lines, but maybe Oakland plus 140 is worth a shot. That was a lean for me yesterday on the second half at plus 125, and that one did cash, and it's definitely a lean for me again today at plus 140. That's just what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm going to work in the afternoon, stick with the 3 plays that I've got rolling, and we can move on to what?
All right, yeah. All right, so let's just quickly review the official plays. Jim just has Pittsburgh, first 5 innings, over 5. Minnesota run line, minus 111, and Arizona run line, plus 205. I've given a bunch of plays, even though I'm in a bit of a tailspin here at MLB. Cincinnati, second half. Washington, second half. Philly, second half. Boston, first 5 innings, team total over 3. Texas, second half, plus 190. Arizona, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5. Arizona, minus 1. And Yankees, second half, minus 145. The plays I'm thinking about are overs in the Arizona-Colorado game. Maybe the first 5 innings over. Thinking about putting on some more overs in that game for sure. Let's see. What else am I thinking about? I'm not sure if there's that much I'm thinking about that I didn't give. I'm thinking about just I guess looking more into the Miami-Milwaukee game, looking more into the Toronto-Atlanta game, thinking about Oakland on the second half at plus 140, looking more into the St. Louis White Sox game. Yeah, there's no other real leans that I'm feeling like I don't have the balls to give at the moment. It's definitely an interesting card. I'm looking at all my plays overall and thinking like I'm okay with a lot of them, and we'll see what the line moves are in the 6 o'clock show. That can be very telling. Moving on to the soccer, of course, in the first game, Belgium, we all thought the overs were going to cash, although I did have France winning in the 3-way, and that one cashed. That saved me a little bit, but we all, got burned taking the overs on that one, as did I as well. And in the England game, I know a lot of people are saying England's odds are inflated. I know a lot of people saying the books have a huge liability with England. All of England is going to Ladbrokes and betting £2.80 on or whatever the fuck they have in that godforsaken country on 50% of England, 75% of England is betting a teeny amount on England, and that might be affecting the lines. But my pick is also on England to win on the 3-way line, and I did bet that one, and they are the favorite, but that's my second pick. What do you think, Jim? You have no picks on this one as of right now.
I have no picks on it. What line did you get?
Let me see. I got
on the 3-way you have.
Yeah, on the 3-way. I got it. I don't remember. It's moved a little bit in Croatia's favor, I think. It's now plus 133 at Heritage. Let me just pull up the spreadsheet. I think I actually got like 115 or something like that. It seems like maybe there is a lot of late money here coming in on Croatia, which would make sense. I just feel like England is gonna get there and lose to France in the final. England is they're a young team. I don't think that the pressure will affect them here as much as people are thinking. I like the general makeup of the team. Obviously, Croatia is great. That's why they got here. You know what I'm saying? But my sense is that England will be the side here to advance. And I was right with France, and I did take England. It does appear like late money's coming in on Croatia. I'm trying to pull up the spreadsheet to refresh my memory.
Indian Cowboy on England to advance.
Oh no, actually I got it at plus 137. So a little bit more money coming in on England, and that just could be Igno-Saxons coming in and pounding the hell out of England collectively.
Both Barca Man and Bill Butlicker are on Croatia to qualify.
I mean, sure. They are the underdog. They're obviously an extreme quality team. Croatia to advance is plus 160. So that's
Alejandro Blanco on a corner kick before 10 minutes.
And I believe this game also is taking action to the under. The under is very highly juiced now. 2 minus 132 to the under. Interesting.
Wow. That's very juiced.
So obviously the only way you cash this one is if it's 1-zip or zip. Tempting to take a shot with the over 2 at plus 120, isn't it?
Kobe Valentine says, I'd like England 2-0. Yeah, it is tempting to do that. Trevor Holt says, I'm on Croatia too.
Understandable why that would be.
Not applicable says the Saxons were Vikings.
Yeah, okay. Were they? Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
Red Girl says Croatia plays good teams better. Ole Miss says Croatia can't score. Bill Butler says fade the public. Take Croatia to qualify. Alejandro Blanco, both teams to score.
Sorry, Croatia to advance is plus 144, not plus 160. Croatia on the alternative spread is plus 160 at Pick'em. Sorry about that. Croatia to advance is plus 144.
Barca Man is also on both teams to score. That's two. Ole Miss is on Harry Kane to score at plus 340. Lamont Williams says, Pete, I like England at first, but I changed my mind.
Okay.
Underdog says, I agree with Kobe. 2-0 England, but could totally see it going to penalties or overtime.
Teddy B says, my fave plays this World Cup match. England to advance. Croatia coming off back-to-back extras games should take a toll in this match. And England team total over 1. That's not bad. I mean, the only way you lose that one is if they get shut out. Let me see what the England team... Although I've gotten burned with some of these teams that I like taking their team total over at 1s in the tournament.
Maybe this will give you more confidence. Big Ragu says, I suck in soccer. Fade me. I like Croatia.
Okay. England's team total, is 1 minus 130. I don't know. I don't see them getting shut out, Jim.
Eric Swiatek says Croatia scored 2 or more goals in 4 of 5 matches.
Yeah.
That was such a simple play yesterday when we knew France had allowed 4 goals this whole tournament. And we were thinking that was going to be a high-scoring game. That was a mistake.
All right, I'm gonna tail Teddy B on this one. I mean, it's a partial tail because I was liking England anyway. If they get shut out, I'll eat the loss, and if it's a 1, I'll get a push on it. But I'm gonna take England team total over 1 minus 130. That's the current line at Heritage. I will throw that one on there as well. That's an official bet, and I will also make that one an official pick as well. Here we go, over 1 minus 130. Risk amount $2.80 to win. $2.15. Very, very nice. Confirmed bet. Bam! In the books. Team total over 1. If they get shut out, that's okay. I think it's possible. Obviously, it's possible, but probably not likely. I like the way this team is. I just like their feel right now. You know what I'm saying?
Indian Cowboy giving it an exact score. England 1. Croatia, no score here at Bet365. That give you plus 500. And then Demons Are Real says, now I'm just going to read it word for word. Saxons are berserkers in Aryan. It means Raging Cur means dogs. That was their totem on their shields as well.
Wow. Demons Are Real. Shout out to Demons Are Real.
Shout out to Demons Are Real.
Please watch the show again, I think.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Loshak and The Bag
Welcome,
show.
my
Demons
friend.
Are Real.
Yeah.
Yes. Mikey D 222444 says over 2, baby. I mean, it does seem like a low friggin' total. Demons Are Real comes in with a simple comment: England 2, Croatia 0. Okay.
Well,
great.
he calls them Croats at least.
Croats, yeah.
I like Demons Are Real giving us a spark here.
I like it too. I like him too.
I think Indian Cowboys. I like that play a lot.
Well,
England 1-0
yeah.
plus 500, 5-1, give you a chance to get it all back. I like that play a lot.
Yeah, and what about the first half draw is minus 110? You know?
You know what? I'm gonna tail My man, Indian Cowboy,
You are,
straight
huh?
tail. England 1-0. I'm getting plus 500 here. I'm going to put a half unit on it.
Check the Bet365 line.
That's what I did, yeah.
It is plus 500?
500, yeah.
All right, England 1-0 plus 500. That's an official pick from Jimmy the Bag. That sounds good to me because maybe I should tell that one as well because I do think England wins this one on the three-way, but I have tremendous respect for the market here that's betting the under here. It's now down to 2 minus 132. So if England wins on the three-way and the market is right, then it's either 1-zip or 2-zip, right? It's got to be one of those. Otherwise, we get a draw.
Twatty Latte says, I'm a little afraid of demons are real.
I am too.
Don't
But
be.
I like him.
Yeah,
I like him.
I like him. He gives a spark.
I like him.
That's a spark to this show.
Oh, Barcaman G11, who does follow soccer fairly closely, doesn't he? Likes Croatia 2-1. Okay.
Yeah, I expect it to be a tightly played match, very tight, very conservative. And we know that it seems like England's very dangerous on set pieces.
Yeah.
Their corners are so dangerous.
Wow, some interesting stuff here. Ole Miss likes England 2-zip at plus 800, and Teddy B says England to win to nil plus 350. Wow, but Kevin J says 2-1 England. People, pretty much every possible result here has been given as a pick. Indian Cowboy liking England 1-zip. Ole Miss liking England 2-zip. Teddy B liking England to win to nil at plus 350. And Kevin J predicting 2-1 England.
Exciting.
Yeah, right. Everyone's picking everything. Yeah, I mean, I guess Croatia. Tom Marino says Croatia scored against bad defenses, Argentina, Nigeria, Russia in overtime. You know what? Once again, I think I might be liking Teddy B's pick most of all. England to win to nil, plus 350. So if they win 1-zip, 2-zip, whatever, that is at plus 350. You don't have to worry about an exact 1-zip or 2-zip result or 3-zip.
That is a nice play.
The only issue is just, is Croatia going to score? Jay the Cool McGamer says 2-1 England.
Joel Downing says public on under.
Take the over. Okay. All right, take the over. So presumably he thinks that Croatia will score.
Rostradamus says tea and crumpet time.
Is Croatia going to score or not? What do you think?
Well, I'm just looking for a value play here for a big score. I've had a very difficult time with this World Cup. So.
Yes.
Win says, my friend had a dream last night, England 2-1.
Wow. Okay. Yes. England 2-1. On the other hand, Barca man liking both teams to score at over 2.5 at 2.73. All right. Both teams to score at 2.24. Barca man does like Croatia to score here.
King Oo says, I don't even get soccer, but I stick around to make sure I support my favorite show.
Hell yeah.
I love King Oo, about business.
And here we go. I'm going back to the baseball segment. Red Girl saying, I love McCullers. Teams don't hit off him. Yes, but he doesn't always go deep. A lot of times he struggles third time through the lineup.
Yes, and he takes a lot of pitches.
Yes.
And I forget who was mentioning how Rodon had 6 walks against the Astros. I still liked how he threw in that game. He kept them off balance. Marco Lou saying, do you remember Brandy's? Of course.
There you go. Indian Cowboy says, Jim, the main play for me is England to win, but I have a small play on England, 1-zip at plus 550. Nice. Yes, I'm liking England to win as well. I took him on the three-way. That's my pick as well. Indian Cowboy's not from England, is he?
You know
I don't think so, right? No way.
I'm going to have to do some more research.
Because if he was, then we throw that opinion out along with the rest of the English guys betting $2.80 on England to win. No, I don't think Indian Cowboy's from England. And I hope he's right because my take on the game is exactly right. Austin St. Clair, that sounds like a guy who's maybe got a little bit of European blood in him and follows soccer, takes England money line, easy money. Yes, Richard Reyes says, this is the best show and it's making me money. Shout out, Richard Reyes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Teddy B. Another great call here. England will score first. Mark my words, and then it will be difficult for Croatia to score.
Drew B says, Phoenix has good strippers, but the dancers have bad credit scores. Nothing turns me off like a bad credit score.
All right, and I guess on that note, we can wrap it up. Once again, Jim has taken England 1-zip at plus 500. Is that the best line you can get here, Jim? Plus 500?
I'm comfortable with it.
Okay. And I'm taking England team total over 1 at minus 130 and England to win. I already took that a few days ago at plus 137. And that's it. And we will be back at 6 o'clock Eastern time where we'll review all the line moves in MLB. And who knows, maybe I'll throw on a bunch of other picks and try to make up a lot of units in one day. As of right now, I just have a lot of second halves, the Bartolo Colon fade, and I'm on the Coors Field fade with Jimmy the Bag as well. We'll see how it all turns out. We'll be back at 6 o'clock Eastern time, everyone. Thanks so much.